I think they love me. I think they love me now. I think they love me.
Who do you see
I think they love
when
me.
you look at me?
I think they love me.
'Cause I do not recognize the man inside the mirror.
I think they love
They
me.
feast on my dreams. I'm not who I seem to be. And somehow I lost myself along the way. Losing my sanity over strangers. When they see your wounds, it gets dangerous.
What's going on, everybody, baby? Projection time, yeah?
Should I hide my lies and keep on running? Take my chances, all unknowing. I smile, but life is misery. I hide my pain in this melody. They see my scars and all run from me. I don't know what they want from me. Can I find peace? Yeah, will they finally see me? Can I love myself? Can I love myself? Can I love myself? Can I love myself? Can I love myself?
I think they love me. I think they love me.
Trapped inside this maze, it's amazing. My phone's off, so don't call me crazy.
Oh, I know you're feeling this
You
one.
want to see from me, but do you know me? I let the lights in the
Oh, it's NYYU Radio, baby.
camera can know me, yeah. One day I'll find my identity. For now, losing my sanity over strangers. When they see your wounds, it gets dangerous.
Can I be myself? Is it safe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I keep on?
Take my chances, all unknowing. I smile, but life is misery. I hide my pain in this
This
melody.
melody.
They see my scars and all run from me.
I don't know what they want from me.
Can I find peace? Then watch me do it again. Tell 'em
I can't take no
loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top,
Can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no.
loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up. Let me focus.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the U. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Game Season Live. It is oh no, wait, that's right. It ain't ready for that yet. It is not ready for that, but as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, I am ready for it. I have literally, right? Because I don't want to say I haven't dragged my feet at all. There's just been so much more that I had to work on this year. But today I actually got to reworking some stuff on Game Season Live. I redid a lot of our thumbnails, thumbnails for the podcast, for regular videos, as you saw for this one. I redid a lot of our whole templates here. As you guys can see below, I finally decided to make the font a little bit smaller because the other day I had it on my bigger screens and I'm like, let me see how this stuff looks. And the first thing that popped out to me, I said, whoa, that font is big. Why is the font so big for? And it was kind of made for like, folks who have a bit hard of seeing, which I kind of am a little hard of seeing, but that's probably why it looked that way. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot of fun stuff happening right now at the U. First and foremost, it would be wrong of me, right, to not go over what the awards are looking like right now. So I want to scroll down here to the bottom of the screen. And I think we had a super chat too. Let me get to that real quick. I like to get to my supers. Okay, smacky to like, hitting this up.
Thank you for being a friend.
I got that gabagool. Pete, what's the intro song name? It's so fire, to be honest. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look. But I think you could do like the little Shazam thing and it'll pull it up for you. It's a hell of a song though, right? I love that shit. I tell you what, my music gets me going. If anybody knows anything about Pete Simonetti, I don't really talk to anybody. It's real. My listening and talking is music. I listen to music, I sing, talk, and I work. That's what I do in my little Jira calls in my dungeon, okay? I am in my dungeon. All right, the Dungeon of Doom, baby. Right over here at the U. But let's get some updates on this. I want to turn over to the secondary screen here. I tell you what, folks, look at this. Oh, look at this. I get to see who's winning and who's doing what, right? I get to see that here. Winner of the beef right now, DJ Steels, is in a runaway over Ronnie at the moment. Fairly interesting. I'm going to be honest with Steels. He's going to get mad at me. Look, I thought Ronnie had this one. Ronnie laid down some mega elbow drops on DJ Steels this year. But, Steels is, here a lot and bit of a fan favorite. I get it. I love both of these guys. Ayo moment of the year right now. Me and Kev are winning for our Ayo moments at Legacy Bar and Grill, which were absolutely phenomenal. Mainly, those moments were so good because of you guys in the audience, which made it even better. Iron Horse, Uncle Dom right now is out in front, and there's two people here that I got to shout out. I got to shout out Uncle Dom 1, who is always in the chat early. But I'm going to be real with everybody. My vote went to Everyday Scotty Wright. That man is here like when I post. Scott Wright's in here talking, saying hello. Folks, give that man his credit. That is the man. But right now, Uncle Dom, very well deserving, is well out in front. And Dom's bringing home some awards this year. Goated nightly comments. Right now, it is going to my friend, the one and only Crackle Nuts. Holy shit. I tell you what. That damn Crackle Nuts voicemail GOAT. Wow, this is a great one. I mean, these are 4 phenomenal folks that leave voicemails. Joey from the Bronxy, Macho King, of course, Simon, Uncle Dom. Wow. These awards this year were tough, folks, I'm telling you. Super Chat God. My brother Ra Thompson running away with this one. Jeff J is on there, of course. Ronnie's on there. And my good friend Johnny Riv. Let me tell you guys a story right now about Johnny Riv. You guys don't even know. And I will forever thank Johnny Riv. He helped me out in a very, very tough moment with Omega this year that I could never, ever not thank that man. He's going to get tired of it, and I don't care. But I will thank him forever because, as you guys know, my Mega was my everything. That's my baby boy. We miss him every single day. But Johnny Riv came through for me and Jira in a way that you guys can't even imagine. So I truly appreciate that, man. Rookie of the Year, Uncle Dom in a absolute runaway. I don't think anybody's catching up to this one. And then the MVP award. Wow. You talk about a runaway. Everybody else in single digits. Macho King, the one, the only. Some would say he's the cream of the crop.
But the cream will rise to the top.
And he is showing off right now in a big way at 79% of the vote, beating out last year's winner, Hirsch, DJ Steels, and Crackle Nuts. Israel Santana, brother, I'm not even going to answer that because we've talked about it 5 million times already. I'm not going to answer it. And matter of fact, I responded to you last time you asked the same question. So you should already know where said person is. No longer with the U. It's not that hard, folks. And you've asked this question about 6 times. But let's get into what we want to discuss, folks. And what we want to discuss is some projections. Because why the hell not? Why not talk a little projection action, right? It's not the sexy thing, you know what I mean? It's not, oh my God, who are the Yankees going to sign? There's a standstill right now, folks. We don't know much. At the end of the day, everybody's waiting on Roki Sasaki. You want a spoiler alert? He's probably going to sign by the 20th. That's what a lot of people are saying. So there's still some time out there for Roki to sign. And really, I don't know if I expect the Yankees to do much before that. So you may start getting a little more action later this month, towards the end of the month, after the 20th. We'll see. But look, I believe the Yankees add an infielder. And if they get Roki, things could get really interesting. We already know all of that. Stroman's money is blocking us for trading for a third baseman. They're going to be able to move that contract if they really want to, which I believe they do. But they're going to be able to. They're going to be able to move that, folks. I wouldn't panic too much about Marcus Stroman. I think that is going to be moved. But if anybody is familiar, which I'm assuming you guys probably are, with Fangraphs does this every year. The little, what is it? The steamer or streamer or some shit like that, steamer projections. I am not a fan of projections, by the way. I think everybody has heard me say this many, many times when they come out with, well, the Yankees are going to be 61-61. Here's my projections. I always say 81-81. I always say ball it up and throw it in the garbage because if I remember well, I think projections weren't too big of fans of the Yankees last year. And the team went to the World Series. And for a majority of the year, there was a little bit of a stretch there in the middle of the year, as there seems to always be for Aaron Boone's Yankees, where they weren't too good and it was looking scary. But the Yankees did indeed go to the World Series. They won 90-plus games. They had a good year overall. But I do like to look at this as news is kind of slow. It is fun to see how they're projecting the Yankees and what they're thinking that this club is potentially going to look like. And there are some intriguing things on here. So let's go ahead, take some time, and we're going to start with starting pitching, because why the hell not? And then I guess what I'll ask from you guys is for certain stats, maybe we'll do some over-unders. Wins and losses, by the way, on projections are always stupid. The innings, I don't know about the innings, but we'll figure that stuff out as we go, guys. We'll have a little fun here today. Dozier Faye says, if they get Sasaki, I see Schmidt and Stroman going potentially, or as you know, I've mentioned before, you might see just one of those guys go, and that's it, because again, Roki Sasaki's not going to give you 160 innings, 170. You'd be lucky if you get 150 from him. So just take it easy, take it easy on on that. We don't know. I don't think there's a lock that they do anything like that. We just got to wait and see. Hopefully they have the opportunity to talk that because they get Sasaki. That would be amazing. But switching over, here we go. We got some Fangraphs projections. We are starting with newly acquired New York Yankee left-handed starting pitcher Max Fried. And let me tell you something. They got Fried having a good year for the Yankees. They got him at 12-9, but like I said, forget that. Let's look at the games started. 29 games started, 173 innings. They got him at a 3.36 ERA, a fielding independent pitching at 3.51, and a 3.3 WAR. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, what do you got in the over-under 3.36 ERA for Max Fried? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it as a vote, so you guys don't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna throw it in there as a poll. Let's see, Max Fried over under 3.36 ERA. And then we got to change this to over, and we got to change this to under, and start poll. So let's see what you guys think. I got it in there right now. You could go ahead and vote. I'll be honest with you guys. If Max Fried has his first year with the New York Yankees and he puts up a 3.36 ERA, I would be a very happy guy. I'd be a very happy guy with 3.36. Right behind Garrett Cole. Look, do I want to say the under? Yes, I do want to say the under. But holy shit, man, I would not be mad. I would not be mad at all if Max Fried's ERA is 3.36. I mean, I think that would be a phenomenal first year for him. They got his, let me see if they got the ground ball percentage still about 50%, which, the guy is a legit ground ball pitcher, is what he does. So that's why a lot of people are so interested in the Yankees infield defense too, because, it's significant. It's significant. And running away with the vote right now is indeed the under. Maybe slightly over, some people are saying, but we got 21% to 79% right now with the under winning for Max Fried, which I think is fair game. That makes sense. Max Fried is a very, very good pitcher. Again, he is a pitcher. That's the good thing about Max Fried. Max Fried is a type of guy that he doesn't have to blow you away. He's not what Carlos Rodon was when he came to New York, where you're sitting back going, throw the high 90s, dominate everybody, and I'll sit back and relax. He doesn't need to be that guy. He says, hey, hit the ball. Let me get you out. Let me have a quick inning here. Guys on first, double play. Anytime there's men on base with Max Fried and there's less than 2 outs, you got a chance of a double play. That's the type of guy he is. This one is really interesting right here. This is a very, very, very interesting one where they got Garrett Cole. I wouldn't say they're not fond of Garrett Cole, but his projection's a little wild, in my opinion. They got him starting 31 games, which is great. They got him at 189 innings, but they got him sitting at a 3.93 ERA for Garrett Cole, the ace of the New York Yankees. I got a feeling I know where this one is going to go, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Garrett Cole ERA over under 3.93 is where they got him. Over, under, poll is in. So I think this one's going to be pretty damn easy. I think you guys know. I think he's going to be under. I mean, look, if Garrett Cole makes 31 starts, I don't see him having over a 3.93 ERA. I just don't see it. I don't see it. William, the disrespect on Garrett Cole is kind of wild. I don't disagree with you on that. There is a bit of disrespect to Garrett Cole out there. There really is. There really is. I don't disagree with that one bit. I don't disagree with that one bit. And as of right now, I mean, look, man, we got 2% saying over. It is an absolute runaway train right now for the under for Garrett Cole. I mean, I would say the only thing with Garrett Cole right now when it comes to how good his year is going to be, I think it's important to remember that as long as the guy's healthy, I can't see Garrett Cole having a horrible year. I mean, there's no friggin' way. I mean, a 3.93 ERA for Garrett Cole is not good. Let's just be 150% honest with each other. Garrett Cole having an ERA above 3.93 is just not good. Even a 3.93 for Garrett Cole is going to be pretty awful, to be honest with you. We got a super chat from the one and only Macho King.
You're simply the best.
You're better than all the rest. You're better than all the rest. He says, thank you everyone for your votes and much respect to all the members up for awards. Love to the entire NYYU family. Oh yeah, stay macho. Mach out. That is my guy, folks. And it looks like, I mean, we just had a runaway on the over-under. It looks like Macho is going to be a runaway on the award this year. There's no denying that. Macho's locked in. He's ready to go, man. He is running away with that award. Well, let's get to a controversial topic, and that is, of course, Carlos Rodon, my guy, all right? I don't give a poot what everybody thinks, what everybody says. Carlos Rodon is my friggin' guy. I don't give a poot if you like it or not, damn it. Carlos Rodon, they got him throwing 31 games starting, and they got him at a 3.91 ERA. Shockingly, they got his ERA slightly better than Garrett Cole, which is kind of wild. So let's throw this one in here. Carlos Rodon over under 3.91 ERA. Let me get the poll in here, guys. Over, under, and start poll. This is going to be interesting because this guy right here, a lot of people go at Carlos Rodon, but I'm going to say this, man. I think Rodon, as long as he's healthy, I'm expecting a better year. I'm expecting a better year from Carlos Rodon, and it's very simple on why I say that. I expect a better year from Rodon, quite simply, just because that changeup was so effective. And it looked like it continued to get better and better and better as the year went on. Is Rodon going to have his stretches when you sit there and go, who is this guy? Like, how does he go from pitching so well and then he can't have a good outing for 3 or 4 or 5 outings in a row? Is he going to have those stretches? Potentially he will. There's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of who he is. But that changeup could change a lot. And if he's getting more and more comfortable with it and that pitch continues to improve, I'm going to be real with you guys, man. I think he could still have a good year. And I look, so far when you look at these projections, I think Max Fried is probably the most accurate. I think they're just nuts on Garrett Cole. And I understand the 391. I understand the 391 when when it comes to Carlos Rodon. Excuse me. I do understand that projection. I'm not against it. I would say under, though. I'm going to have faith in Rodon. Kyle Malay says, thank you for the 2 people that voted for me for Rookie of the Year. Well, but Uncle Don deserves it. I believe Sasaki is between the Yankees and Dodgers. Padres have too much going on right now. Go Yanks. Excuse me. But yeah, man, Kyle Malay, first of all, thank you for that. And look, Kyle Malay, it's got to be an honor to even be nominated. Like I said, there's so many people in here. If I missed anybody on any of those awards, they only allow me 4. If you guys remember, I was in Discord talking to some of the guys about like any suggestions. I had Rookie of the Year about 6 names. I had Corinne on there, had a few other people on there, but YouTube only allows 4 options. So I said, damn, I had to cut back on a lot of things. I wanted to make it a little bigger and let, more people allowed to vote, but unfortunately, that's the way it was, man. And, I picked the 4 that, I thought really developed a bit of a name, was in the Discord potentially, at events, and things of that nature. Here's an interesting one, as of right now, under 61% voted by the community here for Carlos Rodon as the under. I'm going to agree with that. I got him on the under too. Here's an intriguing one. Louis Heel. Projector here has, let's see, Louis Heel, over, under. They got Louis Heel making 28 starts, which is interesting because they got him at 38 games. So apparently he's going to be getting some bullpen work. I don't understand that, but they got him at 28 games started, 161 innings, a 4.19 ERA for Louis Heel. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. The vote is about to pop in. Over, under, Louis Heel. 4.19 ERA. For me, look, all you can assume with a lot of these guys is continued progression, right? That's the only hope you can have. Continued progression. For me, I got to say under on that one. His FIP is also sitting at 4.41, so his fielding independent pitching is a little bit higher. But they got him at a 4.19 ERA, and I'm sorry, but I'm of the belief that is going to be a bit down. I could see him in the 3s. I could even see him in the higher 3s, to be honest, but I think Louis Hill has a chance to be really friggin' special. He's a guy that, again, I tell people this all the time. I say this anytime I talk about Louis Hill. I said it last offseason before he had the year he had. If you follow that man on IG, I mean, a lot of the Dominican players do showcase their workouts and stuff like that, but Louis Hill, that dude is constantly working. I mean, he is a Terminator in that sense. He is out there working every single day, literally nonstop. He is always working. Let me look up something real quick, guys. Give me a second. This is what I wanted to see real quick. All right, that's that. And then the last one, well, let's see what you guys got. 89% on the under. I assumed that was what it was going to be. 89% on the under for Louis Hill. The last one they have in here is Clark Schmitty. Steelio, what's up, brother? Clark Schmitty. And, they got Clark projected a bit high, in my opinion. Not really. They actually got Clark Schmidt doing better than Louis Hill in only 21 starts. So that's a bit interesting. But they got him sitting at a 3.92. 3.92 ERA for Clark Schmidt. 3.92 ERA. I'm going to throw the over-under in. If Clark is healthy, and I know a lot of people will probably say, well, Pete, we get Sasaki. He's going to be moved. Okay. But here's what I'll say about Clark. Don't forget how good this guy is. That's the one thing I'll say about Clark Schmidt, man, is do not forget how good Clark Schmidt is. Clark was one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball to start the year, if you guys remember. This is a really good pitcher. And yeah, has he had a bit of a history, would be a not a good history, I should say, of being injured, yeah, he's definitely had his injury-prone moments. A lot of injuries throughout his career for Clarke Schmidt. The Yankees drafted him knowing he needed Tommy John surgery, but still, he gets a bit of his injuries. But Clarke is really friggin' good. I see a lot of Yankee fans kind of sleep on him just because Louis Heel had the year he had, and that's understandable. But Clarke, while Garrett Cole was out, was one of the better pitchers for the New York Yankees. I remember me and Christian at the nights at the round table before the season began, we really thought that he had a chance to be the Cy Young of the Yankees. And he was on that path for a while there. Him and Louis Heel were dominating. The back of the Yankees rotation saved them while Garrett Cole was out. Carlos Rodon was good too. Marcus Stroman was also good for a little bit of time there. But I like Clarke a lot, and it seems like the chat likes him a lot too. 74% right now saying they believe it will be under the projected 3.92. Now, the bullpen, I'm not going to take over-under votes on the bullpen. I think the starting rotation is like one of the easiest ways to do that. And again, just to pull up the rotation on what it will look like for the New York Yankees as it stands right this moment. Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Louis Heel, Clarke Schmidt. Of course, Marcus Stroman is still a New York Yankee. Will Warren, Chase Hampton, JT Brubaker. All of those guys are definitely possibilities on the depth chart for the Yankees. But as it stands right now, this is one of the best rotations in baseball. There's no denying that. And, I know there's a lot of Yankee fans out there that you kind of look at Seattle and there's rumors they might trade Luis Castillo. We don't know if that's true yet. They desperately need offense. But man, oh man, I mean, this got to be one of the more exciting Yankee rotations. This is with or without Roki Sasaki. This got to be one of the more exciting Yankee rotations coming into a year that I can remember. I mean, this has all the makings to be a very, very good rotation, potentially also for a few years. That's the exciting thing about this. These guys are good. Look, I know people start getting concerned about Garrett Cole. Well, he's getting up there in age and this and that. But Garrett Cole's a high IQ pitcher. He's going to be able to get away if he's in the low to, 93s constantly, 94, pumping up every now and then to 95. He's going to be able to live with that. Cole's a very, 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 he's a pitcher's pitcher. He's a student of the game. Max Fried, about the ground balls. Carlos Rodon did take an improvement last year from his first year with the Yankees. And Louis Heel and Clarke Schmidt, well, sky's the limit for those guys. And look, Chase Hampton, Brock Selvage, those guys are right down there in the minor leagues. I'm not a big fan of Will Warren, but you never know. I mean, you never know. Will Warren can maybe break out and have a decent time for the Yankees. Clayton Beeter's a name I'm going to talk about, but I don't think he's going to be starting. I think he's going to be helping out of the bullpen, which we can take a look at that too right now. The New York Yankees bullpen, as it currently stands, there has been no additional additions here. Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Johnny Loizaga, Fernando Cruz, who projections seem to be a little bit high on, Ian Hamilton, Clayton Beeter, Jake Cousins, Mark Leiter Jr., Scotty Efros, JT Brubaker, Yoendrys Gomez is also down there. So a lot of good potentially from the Yankees, man. No, there's no lefty reliever yet. I get it, but I think that is going to come. I think the Yankees will end up adding a lefty reliever or two. We know Timmy Hill is still out there. There's Minter potentially, Andrew Chafin, who I'm not as big as a fan of because he's a fly ball pitcher. I like my ground ball pitchers. What's the other name? There's another guy out there. Shit. Damn. I forgot his name now. Hold on. He pitched for the Mets last year at one point, I believe. Let me see. I think they might have just wrote about him. No. Damn, I can't remember his name. Brooks Raley. Thank you, chat. You guys are the friggin' best. That's why I love you guys right there. Brooks Raley is a guy I think could make a lot of sense too for the Yankees. If I remember well, I do believe he's a pretty good ground ball pitcher also, so he could make a lot of sense for the Yankees, Brooks Raley. And am I nuts, or was he with the Yankees at some point, or am I crazy? I feel like I remember that name with the Yankees for a short period of time. Maybe I'm nuts. I mean, I am nuts. I know that, but maybe I'm wrong on that one. I don't really remember. Scotty Horwitz.
Thank you for being a friend.
He got that gabagool. Scotty Horwitz, is any truth to the Donovan trade rumors? I will love it. Well, here's the thing about Brendan Donovan, and I don't want to, I don't want to really get anybody excited on anything on this, but they weren't able to come to an agreement. And look, let me tell you something about arbitration, folks. Arbitration gets ugly. And going to arbitration with a player is never a good thing. I'm just telling you guys right now, we've heard the stories. Dylan Betances talks about this a lot. You may hear the stories out there. It is never a good thing to go to arbitration with a player. And it's already been reported that the St. Louis Cardinals and Brendan Donovan cannot reach an agreement on his arbitration numbers, and they will be going to a hearing, and it's never good. So I could see the Cardinals sitting back saying, hey, look, man, if, a team is willing to offer maybe a cost control starter, somebody for a few years that we can get, or maybe some good prospects we feel are close, let's make that deal, because it gets really bad. It gets really, really bad. And look, the Yankees like Brendan Donovan. There's been rumors connecting the Yankees to Brendan Donovan before, but again, if the Yankees are willing to do that deal, I don't know if it's going to be Clark Schmidt potentially, but they could maybe ask for, guys like Warren, guys like Chase Hampton, maybe a collective of prospects that the Yankees send over. The cost should be pretty high. Brendan Donovan's a really good player. He plays a lot of positions. He could definitely play second. He plays a little bit of third base, depending on what the Yankees would want to do. But he's a really, really good player. Got a couple super chats here.
You're the best
Around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best. Tito Versace. What a name. What a friggin' name, man. Tito Versace. What are you thinking of trading for Brendan Donovan now that it looks like the Cardinals are having some problems? And who would you trade for? If you've been around here at NYYU or Simonetti Source, even back in the day, NYY News TV, right after Simonetti Source, then we obviously rebranded to NYYU, you would have heard me speak of Brendan Donovan multiple times. I have been a big fan of Brendan Donovan for a while. He beat the ever-loving shit out of the Yankees when the Cardinals came to Yankee Stadium this past season. Big fan of Brendan Donovan. Everybody knows that. I love this dude. I would love to see him batting on top of the order for the Yankees. He would definitely be their leadoff hitter. It makes a shit ton of sense for where this club is trying to go. Controlled for multiple years. Give up the prospects. Give up the players. To me, get a guy like him done. Rocket Man says with Cruz, Weaver, and Williams, it'll be over in the sixth. That's the way the Yankees kind of have drawn it up. That's the way they've drawn it up, and I think Cruz is going to be really good. I'm going to get to that here momentarily. My good friend, Coach 1549.
and we begin to rock.
Steady. Just from watching Warren and Beater at Scranton, Warren is the better of the two. Beater got rocked a few times. I mean, Warren got destroyed in AAA. He got destroyed in the majors. There's not much that I saw last year, and I'm just being honest, from Will Warren that I am overly excited about, to be honest with you. Will Warren's a guy that I watch, and it just seems he has a good slider, but he's not consistent enough with it. The slider is not consistent. It is not consistent enough, especially out of the rotation, to really get guys. Can he improve upon that? Of course he could. He could certainly improve upon that, but I think Clayton Beater has a chance to be really good out of the bullpen. I don't see Clayton Beater as a starter. I think he has a chance to be a real bulldog out of the bullpen. I really like that situation for him. DJ Stelio, my guy, says, sup, Pete and Chet? Have you heard from the creamless Oreo, a.k.a. Ronnie, yet? Don't talk about my friend that way, damn it. I hope the guy who looks like a locked character in a video game is all right. I mean, I got to keep it a $1.50, as I said before. I'm just going to keep it honest. I think out of the shots that were thrown this year, Ronnie had the better of the fight. And I know Stelio's my boy. DJ Steals, I love that man. Everybody knows, he knows he's not going to get mad at me here. I love that man. That's my guy. Steals is my guy. I'll share this again because I don't want Steals to be like, oh man, Pete hates me. You know, Pete doesn't like me no more. Let me share something about DJ Steals real quick. I want to share this with everybody, all right? Just to be fair here. One of my favorite moments of the whole year, okay, is when we had the brunch. We had the brunch at Legacy, and I never in a million years expected Steals to be there because he's like, I can't make it. And you know, I turned around and I saw that man, and the first thing I did was give him a hug because he looked at me and goes, you know I'm not going to miss this. That is my friggin' guy. Let me tell you something. That is loyalty and that is respect for NYYU like nobody's business. DJ Steals will always be a friend of mine, I tell you that much. So DJ Steelio, my friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Kahabagoo. Frank Cortez, here we go. Here we go with Frank, my good friend here. Louis Hill is going to surprise the Yankees this year. Yeah, and you'll see it, Pete. I mean, Fast Daddy, what's up, brother? I don't know what the surprise. Is he gonna like transition into a woman? Is that what the surprise? I'm just saying, what's the surprise here? Everybody, he's gonna surprise a lot of you guys this year, especially you, Pete. Take it easy. Louis, brother. Look, would anybody be shocked if Louis Hill has like a mid-2 ERA? No. Would it surprise me one bit? If he comes into spring training as Lois Hill, then I might be a little surprised. But nothing is going to surprise me about Louis Hill because he's that damn good. But if he comes in as Lois Hill, I might be a little surprised. Well, very surprised, actually, because I love that man. I met him this year. Good guy. Good guy. I met a lot of the guys this year, matter of fact. Let's continue on with the bullpen here, folks. These are interesting. Listen to this, folks. You ready for this one? They got Devin Williams with a 3.20 ERA. I can't have that. I can't have Devin Williams with a 3.20 ERA. You know, you almost come to expect that Devin Williams' ERA will be under 2 because he's so friggin' good. MLB Network had him listed as the #1 relief pitcher in the market. But I tell you what, I can't see him having over a 3. That would be a major down year for Devin Williams. Fernando Cruz, listen to this. They got him having the best strikeout rate on the club. A 3.20 ERA with 11.92 Ks per 9. I like that. Fernando Cruz, by the way, is a guy that a lot of people really have high hopes for. That's why, if you guys remember, it was a minor trade, but I went live immediately for that one. Because when I saw Fernando Cruz was in that deal, I was like, is that the guy I'm thinking of that pitched in the WBC for Puerto Rico? And when I looked, and I was like, shit, that is him. I knew about his strikeout numbers, and he is one of the best strikeout relievers in the game. So for the New York Yankees to add him with a deal of just moving Trevino, I mean, you got to be over the top excited about what he could do for us. They got Clayton Beeter having a solid year, 3.79 ERA in 63 innings, over 10 Ks per 9. So two guys that Fangraph seems pretty high on, Fernando Cruz and Clayton Beeter, having solid years. Mark Leiter Jr., they got at a 3.57, and I sign up for that right now. Ian Hamilton, a 3.47, 62 innings. Jonathan Loaisiga, they got him having 48 innings pitched. I'll be honest. I think everybody would take 48 innings from Jonathan Loaisiga because who the hell knows what you're going to give him, but I'd be okay with that. Luke Weaver, they got pitching to a 3.68. 3.68 ERA is where they have Luke Weaver throwing this year. 70 innings, just under 10 Ks per 9. I have a little bit of a tough time on that one. I think Luke Weaver really showed himself to be a absolutely phenomenal looking pitcher. Interesting enough, they got JT Brubaker pitching to a 4.07 ERA, which I would take that in 60 innings. I think JT Brubaker could be a guy that makes multiple starts for the Yankees this year. I know a lot of people are very, very high on him. Jake Cousins, they got at a 3.79. They got him throwing 58 innings. So a lot of those are interesting. Let me see if anything else really stands out. Who's this here? Those only 1 inning pitch. Nobody cares about that. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Yerry De Los Santos, they got at a 4.15 and about 40 innings pitched. So nothing spectacular there. But again, I think they're underrating the Yankees pen a little bit. And I know it's just projections. Projections aren't the easiest things in the planet to do, but I don't know. I struggle with some of those, especially guys like Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Fernando Cruz. Actually, they got Fernando Cruz projected pretty well, but it wouldn't shock me at all if Fernando Cruz has a major, major breakout year this year. I think he's that good. And by the way, I think I seen somebody ask about voicemails. Do not worry. All Rise in the morning. It is literally going to be a all voicemail show. So voting's going to end tonight for awards. All Rise tomorrow morning. We're announcing the winners. And if the winners are tuning in, feel free to drop a voicemail and give your speech. Okay? Feel free to drop your voicemail for All Rise tomorrow and give your speech for the award that you won. Okay? Now, this might be what everybody's been waiting for. I think for batters, let's go ahead and let's do over-under on home runs. Let's do that. Let's focus on the homers. You don't got to really care too much about the batting averages. Let's focus on home runs hit by what they got these guys projected at. And I think it's really, some of these guys are really interesting. Some of them I agree with completely. I think we'll stick with the main guys. Starting off with the one, the only Aaron James Judge. So they got Aaron Judge projected to hit. Let me move my coffee here. They got Aaron Judge projected to hit 46 home runs on the year. Let's do the over-under on 46 homers. Let's throw that in there. I'm a fan of that. Look, and I understand it's hard to project somebody. Hey, this guy's going to hit, 50 bombs this year, 60 bombs this year. I'm okay with them saying Judge 46. They got that in the 665 plate appearances. And let me just tell you this right now. If Aaron Judge has that many plate appearances, he's going to hit more than 56. So going over here is very, very fair. Any at-bats over any plate appearances, that high for Aaron Judge, folks, he's easily going to have that many homers. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. He is that friggin' good. He is the elite power hitter in the game. He is the elite player in the game. And yes, I get it, folks. We're all a little bit, to be fair, he's Yankee fans, right? I think this is a fair statement to make. We're all a little bit down on Judge right now just because of the postseason. But let's not forget, Aaron Judge, regular season Judge, the guy that helps get us to the postseason, there's nobody friggin' better. During the regular season, there is nobody better than Aaron James Judge, and it's not even close. And I know, I'm with you guys. It's one of the worst moments I ever seen, as we got, 90+% is saying over already. So that one is good and dandy. We know that. But, I expect Judge to have a really good year. And this is not a hard projection to make, right? David Miser says Judge over his average they have. He's been higher than 270 last few years, I believe. He has been. Aaron Judge is a really good hitter. They got him at 272. I don't really focus too much on the average here. With this Yankee lineup, I think power numbers are going to be very relevant. That's why I want to look at the power numbers here. I think you got a lineup here who is going to hit a lot of homers. I really believe that. With who they have right now, if they added a guy like Jorge Polanco, I expect those homers to go up even more. They could have an entire lineup at least hitting 15 plus, maybe 20 plus for multiple guys they have on their team. Next one is an interesting one, a name that has become a bit controversial. That is Anthony Volpe. They have Anthony Volpe at 18 home runs. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Over under 18 home runs for one Anthony Volpe. And I'm going to shock you guys. I am going to say over. I think Anthony Volpe this year has one of the better years he has had in the majors. Maybe his best year overall. I think it is coming this year. No doubt about it in my mind. I really believe Anthony Volpe is going to have a very good year this year. They got his average at 241. The main thing for me for Volpe, forget the average. I need the on-base percentage to be 320, 325. If he can do that, I think Volpe's going to have a very, very solid year. If he could get the OPS to 320, 325, the kid could bat 270 easy. His on-base percentage always is ass. That's his problem. Is the on-base, he got to draw more walks. And this is the closest one we have so far, and it's very understanding. 55% are saying over, 45% are saying under. We got 76 votes. We got almost 300 people in here. I'll leave this one for a little while longer. Go ahead and vote on that poll. It's going up now. 57% are saying over. I like Anthony Volpe, man, and you know, he showed up in the postseason. I'm rooting for Anthony Volpe. I got to root for the Italian. You know what I mean? I got to root for my Anthony Volpe, damn it. He's a good guy overall. You guys wouldn't understand, how many people speak friggin' wonders about Anthony Volpe. So if you want to root for anybody to really succeed, man, Anthony Volpe is a guy to really get behind. And I'm hoping that this year he has a big 2025. His bat, the double bubble bat, is going to be on my new setup behind me. I'm going to fix this up this year. So the setup's going to be a little different, but I will have that bat behind me, no doubt about it. But Volpe showed us he can hit in the playoffs as rah-rah, no doubt about it. But you guys got him at 57% over. I agree with that, man. I think he's going to do better. I really do. This one is good. This one right here is good because Fangraphs and Pete Simonetti agree on one thing. You know what that one thing is, folks? Can you guess who is the player that me and Fangraphs really agree on? I talked about him a lot having a big year. Let me see. What do they have it again? Jazz. There it is. There it is. Yes. Not Jason Jones. Jazz Chisholm. They got Jazz. Listen to this, folks. Hitting 29 bombs this year. Over or under 29 bombs. I'm telling you. Jazz is healthy. He's having a 30-30 season. I'm telling you guys right now, Jazz Chisholm is having a 30-30 season. David Meiser says he does a lot better if he can inside out the swing more and walk. I agree. If Anthony Volpe could just stay in there, take more pitches, see more pitches, not chase that breaking pitch outside, which, even in the minor leagues was always an issue. Anthony Volpe could be a special player. He could be a special player. Well, wow, look at this. I was expecting a lot of under from you guys here. I was expecting a lot of under. You guys are sitting at 70% right now, say over. I like it. I like it a lot. Frank Cortez. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best. Pete, the quotations. What I mean to say is that I'm emphasizing the word that I wrote. That's it, bro. Frank, I think you are somewhat new to the channel. One thing you're going to learn here about NYYU is something like this, right? And you doing that, keep doing it because it's fun. And if I joke around about it, it's not offensive to you. It's not meant to be offensive to you. That is me. That is who I am. We have fun with stuff like that. Truly, it separates you from everybody else. It's your thing. I like it. I love it's fun to me. So that is what this channel is, man. We have a lot of fun. And again, if you're not subscribed to you, what the frick are you doing? We're about to hit 41,000, baby, on our mission to probably 60,000 plus this year. 60,000? I don't know. Could be more. Could be less. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, 69% on the over for Jazz hitting 29 bombs. Look, I got him over, man. I got him over. I'm a big fan of Jazz, man. I'm a big fan of Jazz Chisholm, man. I think he found a home in New York. He has that style, that swag that people like, and he played like it with the Yankees. And man, he's dangerous on those base paths, isn't he? He's a dangerous guy in the base paths. He really is. He's an impressive guy to watch. This one is interesting. They have Austin Wells hitting 16 home runs. What do you guys think on that one? Over or under Austin Wells with 16 home runs? Give me a second. Let me start a poll here again. Over, under. Let's do Wells, 16 home run. All right, let me start the poll there. I got him over. As long as he's healthy, I got him over. Austin Wells hit 13 home runs and like 300 and something ABs. There's a long stretch of this year where Soto, Stanton, and Wells, and there was a point when Stanton was out, it was all Judge, Soto, and Wells. I mean, they were the guys, Soto, Judge, Wells. And he was really friggin' good for the New York Yankees. The number I see is 23. I don't know why I feel 23, but I think Austin Wells hits 23 home runs this year. They got him at 16. Like I said, short porch, Yankee Stadium. When he gets hot, he gets hot. Maybe he's going to be Jorge Posada-like in the sense that he has those long hot stretches and some cold stretches. I'll take it. If the overall numbers look like should be Hall of Famer Jorge Posada. I have this conversation every year. Should be Hall of Famer Jorge Posada. One of the greatest offensive, most winning catches of all time. I don't want to hear it. Jorge Posada being off the ballot one go is a travesty. It's blasphemy. He 150%, in my opinion, based off the winning, the offensive talent. He should be a Hall of Famer. Anyway, that's my little rant for today when it comes to Jorge Posada, okay? I'm not going to take Jorge Posada slander over here at the U. It's not going to happen, all right? And right now, 89% are saying over. That one's done. We already know. Next one is also interesting. Everybody's pumped for this one, man. Cody Bellinger. 23 home runs for Cody Bellinger. Over, under. This one is interesting. This one's interesting for Cody Bellinger. Let me go to secondary screen here and show you guys. That's Cody Bellinger's numbers they got right there. They also got him hitting about 254, 318 on base percentage. I think they're selling low. Here on Cody Bellinger. I really do. I like the number 28, that kicking what Roy just said. I like 28. I mean, I am going over. I could see 25 plus. Now, if they sat there and said 26, I'd be like, okay. All right, that to me sounds right. I think if Cody Bellinger is healthy this year, if Aaron Judge is protecting him, I don't know why anybody would be shocked if he could hit 30 plus. And I'm sorry, but that's nothing crazy to me. 28 feels like the right number, though. I don't know why. 28 just feels like the right number for Bellinger. Man, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing to see him have that type of year. And look, I know Yankee fans like their shiny new toys, don't we? Oh, we like our shiny new toys. And I think that's the reason why 93% of you are saying he's going to go over that number. Fair game, NYYU chat. That is a fair game to me. I like it. I like being overly very confident. We need to support our new guys, Cody Bellinger being one of them. Folks, here's the one. And I tell you what, I got a lot to say about this one. They got, let me write this in here again. I got a lot to say about this one. Jason Dominguez. They got Jason Dominguez hitting 18 home runs. And before anybody goes, isn't that a little bit? Let me pull up over here and take a look at Jason Dominguez. They got Jason Dominguez hitting 18 bombs. Let me just say something real quick about this projection. It's better than what I thought they would have him at. Honestly, it's better than what I thought they would have Jason Dominguez at. 136 games, they got him playing 530 at-bats. So even if you wanted to say, let's say he plays 150 games, they got him hitting over 20 bombs. I mean, they got him almost having a 2020 season. This is a kid who, is going to play into his age 22 season this year, 22 years old, he'll be playing at in the major leagues. And all indications right now are the Yankees are excited. Aaron Boone just recently talked about him. They said, they're excited to have him out there playing every day. And to figure out where he is most comfortable and run him there, whether it's center field or left. I think he should be in center field the more I think about it. But, this is a pretty solid projection for Jason Dominguez. Everybody knows how big of a fan I am. Everybody knows how big of a fan Los is of this guy. Kev, Francis, we're all big fans of Dominguez here. I got a feeling he's going to be probably one of our most sold shirts. We got our shirts coming out again. I'm doing about 180 different things right now, folks. So merchandise is slowly getting back into the shop. But I would say if he does play 140, 145 plus games, I seriously believe Jason Dominguez goes bare minimum 2020 this year. He is that type of player, folks. And I know it's hard. Some people don't get to see this stuff all the time. They don't get to watch him enough. And then they kind of believe the propaganda of he can't catch a fly ball. It's not true. It's just not true. Is Jason Dominguez a Gold Glove outfielder? No, he never has been. Always the thought process on Jason Dominguez in the minor leagues, I keep saying this because this is what we do. Fuck that bullshit narrative. Throw it out the trash. Throw it in the garbage. It's a bullshit narrative. It's a bullshit narrative. Did the Yankees handle Dominguez well last year? No. If anybody that sits there and goes, I don't know, Peter, no, they didn't. They didn't handle Dominguez well last year. Not at all. Let's be real. Let's be real with one another here. They owe it to the kid to let him play ball. Jason Dominguez was always known he takes bad reads and routes to the ball. But his speed is so good, he usually makes up for it. There has never been this issue in the minor leagues that Jason Dominguez can't catch a fly ball. It is bullshit. Anybody saying it is bullshitting you. Anybody who saw the play and goes, well, that's him, I'm sorry to tell you, it's very poor judgment on your part. This is a kid, this is a 21-year-old that had phenomenal numbers in AAA, one of the youngest players in AAA. Struggled a bit at the majors. Understandable. And a lot of you out there have just sold a kid down the river because, everybody is telling me he can't field the ball. He can't catch a fly ball. It's bullshit. Brian Cashman coming out saying we got a better chance of winning with Verdugo was fucked up. This is what the U does, folks. We don't bullshit. We don't cut corners. We don't try to play nice. We're telling you the truth here. If you don't think that was fucked up, you got a little something wrong with you. I bet they wouldn't do it about Anthony Volpe. Just saying. I bet they wouldn't. Just saying. I don't think that was the way to handle that. Oh, well, we're better with Verdugo, the guy that can't hit for shit right now. We're better with that guy. One of the worst offensive outfields in the league in the year, but we're better with him. That's what you say about a top prospect. How about just shut up and don't say nothing at all? Maybe that's better. Maybe just say, well, we're going to figure it out. We're going to play it by ear and see how we go about it. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But this kid has all the talent in the world. I believe a 2020 season is right there on the table, and I really believe he got a very good chance to be Rookie of the Year this year. I really believe that. I think he has a really good shot to be the Rookie of the Year this year, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see him in spring training. It's going to be awesome, man. Goldie. This is an interesting one. I want to see what you guys say on this one. This is a pretty interesting number. 24 home runs for newly acquired Paul Goldschmidt for the New York Yankees. 24 home runs, over or under is in. Corinne says Dominguez deserves so much better. He does. Just, stay on the field, go out there in spring, look good. He's training very hard for this year. I'm excited about him. Over or under on Goldie. You know what? I am eating up the propaganda. This is propaganda I'm putting in front of me like a bowl of Captain Crunch. And I'm eating it all, baby. I am going with it. I am saying he does bare minimum 25 plus. I love the swing at Yankee Stadium. I know it's a right-hander, but he's the perfect right-hander for the New York Yankees. I am going over on 24 bombs. It might be 25, 26, 27. Could be 30, but I am going to go over. I think he does more than 24. I'm eating it up, man. I'm eating it up, man. He's a veteran. He's a professional hitter. Joel Sherman is one of the better beat writers out there. And he said, look, man, I've reached out to many people from the NL Central, and they really believe in this guy. They really believe that Paul Goldschmidt's going to have a solid year for the New York Yankees. But there you see it there, man. A 250 average is what they got him at. 24 homers. They got his WAR about 1.9. I believe it'll be a lot higher than that. They got him playing 147 games, so he's getting his ABs. And he's been pretty healthy. I like him here. I like him here. I don't think he's going to have to be the guy, like everybody talks about, well, who's the guy? I don't think he needs to be the guy here. And this is the only lineup I have right now. I haven't updated this. And I still got Jorge Polanco in there. We don't know if that's going to happen, but just for the hell of it. If this is somewhat what that lineup looks like, and you got Paul Goldschmidt batting 6th on a 1-year deal, I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of solid production that can happen there. Jazz could get in the scoring position a lot for him. I don't know what the Yankees are going to do at second base, so please just disregard Jorge Polanco from now. This is the last video I made. I didn't update this one because we don't really know who the second baseman is going to be or the third baseman. We don't know yet. But man, oh man, I like Goldie, man. I really do. I believe in his season. I believe if he stays on the field, as Fangraphs here believes he will stay on the field, I think he's gonna have a solid year for the Yankees. And the last name for the starters that we're gonna talk about here. Let me close this out. You guys got him at 58% over. Okay, 58% over 24 bombs. I think that's a fair number. I think that's a very, very fair number. The last name that we have, folks, is the one and only Big G. They got him at 31 homers on the year. Over under, folks. Let me know. This is interesting. This one is interesting, folks. This one is really interesting. This one's interesting. I want to see what you guys say here because, look, what a change it's been on Big G, right? I don't see the trade release Stanton stuff anymore. Hey, I ain't taking a shot at nobody because Pete Simonetti was on that train. I was sitting there going, what are you going to get from G? Brian Cashman wasn't wrong when he said what he said because it's true. True or not, probably not the thing you want to say about one of your, better offensive talents. And the year he had. Put a little respect on this man's name. But they got him at 31 bombs, and I'll be honest. Fangraph projection here is pretty friggin' solid. That's a pretty solid projection. My favorite one out of all these guys, I'm going to keep it for real, though. Honestly, Dominguez and Jazz. Look, they got Jason playing 136 games. If he plays 150, he's going 2020. He's going 2020 in his rookie year. I think they got the projections for Jazz and Dominguez really nice. They got Jazz hitting 29 bombs in 141 games, folks. Pretty impressive. That is fairly impressive. I'm a fan of Jazz, man. 58% of you have the over for Big G. And let's take a look and see if there's anything else here that's of interest. Well, they got Oswaldo Cabrera with 9 homers, 243. They got Oswald Peraza with 7 bombs. They got him getting 240 plate appearances. And I tell you, man, I could see the Yankees moving Oswaldo Cabrera and plugging in Oswald Peraza in that same type of position. I think there's a possibility there if there is a match for a Cabrera trade, maybe for a good young controllable lefty reliever the Yankees feel they could work with. I'm just saying, I'm not saying move him. I'm saying I can see what they could do there. David again with the super chat says agree with Big G and he will hit more if he can stay a few more games on the field. Yeah, look, Stanton gets 140 games, 145, 150. It almost feels like 30 would be guaranteed. So, I think that projection is wild. Here's a fun one. Huh! DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu. They got DJ LeMahieu getting 419. 419 plate appearances. 8 home runs. A 245 batting average with a 323 on base percentage. Let me tell you something. Forget the home runs and all that. 245 and a 323 on base percentage. I don't believe it. I don't believe that for DJ LeMahieu. And look, I know some people will go, Pete, do you think there's from what I've seen, it is hard for me to believe in DJ LeMahieu right now. It's just hard, man. I've never seen a guy hit the ball on the ground as much as he does. The foot issues just seem to live forever. It looks like it's not going away. And there just wasn't even a stretch that you can point to and go, yeah, but he did do this well. Look, he can field, man. He could field. I think that's fair game to say. He could certainly field. We all know that. He's a great fielder. He's a great fielder. But to see him go 245, 323 on on-base percentage, I'd sign up for that shit right now if he could do that. I don't believe he can. I don't believe he can. I just don't. I don't. And out of everybody else, guys, Ben Rice, they only got having 20 at-bats. So that's nothing there. Trent Grisham, they got him with 6 homers, hitting 211. Kind of sounds like Trent Grisham. They got Alex Jackson, of course, acquired in the deal with the Reds for Trevino and Fernando Cruz at 145 at-bats with 5 bombs, 207 average. Again, backup catcher. And that's really it. They don't have anybody else doing anything. And I don't know if they got standing projections yet? I don't think they do. Let me see. I don't think they got projections yet. Oh, well, this is interesting. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can look at the Steamer 600. I think that's if players get 600 at bats, what their numbers would be. Let me see if this is correct, because this would be interesting to see, and we could run by this really quickly. Yeah, so this is a guaranteed 600 at-bats. I don't know why Austin Wells, I guess, gets 450 because he's a catcher. Catchers get 450. I'm going to run these numbers by you guys really quickly. 600 at-bats alone, they got Judge at 42. We know that will be way over. Austin Wells, 450 at-bats, 17 bombs. Maybe. Anthony Volpe, 600 at-bats, 17 homers. That's fair game. I think he could do more. 600 at-bats, 27 bombs for Jazz. There ain't no way. Jazz does well over 30. I really believe that he's a 30-plus home run guy. 600 ABs for Cody Bellinger. They got him sitting at 24. Dominguez in 600 at-bats. They got him being over a 2020 guy. Who else would be interesting? Nobody else there. What about LeMahieu? Let's see what they got for DJ. Where's DJ LeMahieu at? DJ LeMahieu. 12 homers, 245, 323. Ain't no way in hell. There is no chance. There's no chance on that one. Here's the 200 innings pitch. 200 innings pitch, they got freed at 336. These are the same numbers. Correct? Yeah, these are the same. The ERA numbers there stay the same for the starters, so nothing really changes there for their ERAs. Everybody there, yeah, everybody stayed the same on the pitching side of things, so that's what we got for you guys today. As you know, the news is not going wild right now. Really nothing going on out there, but I wanted to go ahead and do a little projection show for you guys. Tomorrow we will have All Rise in the morning, like I said before. 11 a.m. start time, of course, and we're going to be, officially wrapping up our 2024 award show. So that is coming here tomorrow morning, folks. 2024 award show. Again, if you are nominated and you win, feel free to drop a victory voicemail, so to say. And even if you didn't win, you can drop a voicemail talking about whatever the hell you want. And if you weren't nominated at all, you can drop a voicemail talking about whatever the hell you want. Tomorrow's a voicemail show. It's up to you guys. We're going to have a fun conversation. Jira dropped it in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, it is right around the corner. NYYU Day 2025 Part 1 is legitimately right around the corner, folks, and you do not want to miss it. Right around the corner, the Audi Club, March 29th. Get your tickets today. Do not miss it. Telling you, you go to one, you're never going to want to miss another one. Get your tickets today, guys. I think we have about 180 plus available, which is the most they have ever given out for an opening day weekend at Yankee Stadium in the Audi Club. That's what Tommy Sweeney told me. I'm really excited about that, guys. Go and get your friggin' tickets. Sign up. Come there with us. Have a great time with the community. Lots of pictures, lots of video. We vlogged that whole day. It's amazing. Get your tickets today. The link is in the chat. Also, follow us on Instagram. We are heading back to spring training, baby. So you're going to want to be signed up to that Instagram account because you're going to see a lot of stuff quickly over there. And in general, anyway, Jira is doing an amazing job on IG. So make sure you are following us. And of course, last but not least, subscribe to the U. We're 59 subscribers away from 41,000 already. With that being said, ladies and gents, I am out. Have a great, great rest of your day. Peace, baby. Much love to all of you. Catch you guys tomorrow morning for All Rise. Peace.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told him last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown.